Lock and Wiley, Sean Merriman is back. Let's move to the NFC East, where the two young gun quarterbacks in the division, Dak Prescott and Carson Wentz, are both expected to receive contract extensions this offseason. Both of these guys have shown promise, but they also have issues hanging over them, with questions looming about Wentz's health and Dak's ability to elevate the guys around him. Even still, both their extensions are expected to be in the $30 million per year range. Question here, gentlemen. More deserving of a $30 million deal. Choose one, Wentz or Prescott.
Prescott. The injury risk. Look at your butt. Okay, let me give Carson one thing. He has a higher ceiling in terms of performance when we've seen him out there in those flashes. But everything else is for Dak. First of all, let's talk about these injuries. Carson Wentz, good Lord. 2015, wrist, rib, 16, ACL, LCL, back. That's every year. Major injuries, not like just, oh, my ankle's sore. Major injuries, that's one issue. Greatest ability is availability. Two, Dak's team has responded better to him than the Philadelphia Eagles have responded to Carson Wentz. Remember, the Super Bowl's not on Carson Wentz. That's Nick Foles. So we're talking about a 4-12 Dallas team and then show up 13-3. 2 times they've been in the playoffs with Dak Prescott, and he's played all the games, all 16. So I just got to go with the safer investment, even though it doesn't have the greater upside. His availability is going to be his greatest ability.
I agree with you on the on Carson Wentz because of the injuries. I was put in a situation where my contract was coming up. I had 3 great years, and I had a knee injury in 2008. They wanted to see if I was going to come back and be healthy. I just unfortunately never got back there in order to get paid. The problem is that if you give Dak Prescott $30 million, this is a class you put him in. Russell Wilson, Ben Roethlisberger, Aaron Rodgers, Matt Ryan, maybe Kirk Cousins. He don't even belong in that top 5 of guys at $30 million. So if you're looking at ability and the potential that Carson Wentz can get back to what he was before the injuries, you give it to Carson Wentz first. I don't believe that Dak Prescott is a $30 million a year quarterback, period. Not on that team, not on anybody's team. Definitely not on that team because they're stacked, they're built all over the place. And he's not good enough to go to another team where he's going to be able to lead the charge and get that $30 million. So if you're going to give that money to anybody, you give it to Carson Wentz.
I like Sean's argument in this regard. What Sean's arguing is, best case scenario, Dak's never worth $30 million.
Yeah, I hear it.
He can think of a best case scenario where Carson Wentz could be worth $30 million. Seeing his point, I agree with you. One guy's been beat up.
Beat up since college.
It's like a car that, oh, man, we had to replace the brakes. Oh, we had to, redo the engine and things like that. It doesn't matter. You start tinkering under that hood, it's never going to run like a new car, ever.
Yeah.
And that would be my fear. I don't think Dak's worth $30 million, and I don't think he'll ever be worth $30 million.
Ooh.
Even if it escalates that the top quarterbacks are making $60 million, I still wouldn't feel good about giving Dak 30. But
let me say this. They say a leaky water hose never has just one patch. You ever heard that? That means, sucker, once it goes, it's going to keep going, like injuries. Once your knee went,
back, Achilles.
Dude, I was injury prone. Once the back went, then the foot, it just keeps going usually. That said, Dak will be worth $30 million. You touched on it. It's not just what the top quarterback's going to make. It's what the median is going to look like, what the salary cap and the inflation is going to look like. Dak's going to be around there. So right now, yeah, maybe he's not in that top 5 class, obviously, in terms of contract value, but he will be there. And why not get him now before that's going to be 40 or 50 million? You don't want to play that game.
We got to go. Coming up, we'll give you our latest approval ratings for Giannis and Bishop Jimmy Tutu to tell us what he thinks of the Greek Freak.
Look at his hand.
Is here. I'm sorry. Bishop Jimmy Tutu's here.
I love you, sir.
You have any thoughts on the show so far?
Oh, my brother, do I have a thought? I do truly believe that you have been struck upon the head and you are stuck on stupid sitting upon. Wait a minute. Did you not sit next to Keith Thurman and tell him that you hope Manny Pacquiao whoops his ass? Did you not realize that the man was in striking distance?
Yes, he did.
I have 2 words for you. Lawsuit. Be careful.
All right. Here's a highlight from our discussion earlier about Giannis. Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek Freak, is currently in the emergency room. His status as an NBA superstar is in critical condition.
The playoffs will force you to go to plan B and quicker than you want to. You got to go through this. And he's just going through the same thing that the greats have gone through. Yeah, what's the point? What's the point?
You got a problem with my Antetokounmpo?
What'd you say? You got to throw a vowel in there somewhere.
Uncle Jimmy, you have any thoughts on Giannis?
First of all, I would like to say
Sorry. Bishop Tutu.
Yeah, respect.
I will respect your stupidness. Tell me something, brother. It really troubles me that I have to be here again today. Was I not just here just moments ago, speaking of the problems and troubles that have gone through my brothers in your country?
Yes, you
Yeah.
Joel Embiid,
Yeah.
First of all, I have a problem right now. I have been forced to come here and defend my brother, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
What? Giannis.
They say that you all in your country call him the Greek freak. I am here to tell you, I know the man's father, I know the man's brother, I know the man's family, and they are from the high rise of the south side of Watutu.
Good
He
time.
is not from Greek.
He's not from Greece.
First of all, I would like to say to you that I blame the both of you.
Where's Greek?
I blame the both of you for my brother's struggles during these playoffs. This brother has too been made weak from your American culture. Just like the brother Joel Embiid. I told you before, Popeye's chicken, Kardashians. This gluttony for the desires of these things has made you soft, fat, and colonialist. You, Mr. Wheatlock, you choose to accentuate the shortcomings of my brothers for your own poots and giggles. Tell me this, is it or is it not you that brought these brothers into the world of Popeye's chicken and Kardashians?
Yes, it is.
Is it not you that these brothers look up to every day? They watch you. They watch you do what you do. You are single-handedly responsible for changing the way that these brothers do workouts. Marcellus, in your day, did you not do a curl like this?
Yeah.
Why does Mr. Whitlock have my brothers now doing curls like these?
3-piece.
Listen to me, sir. The great Nelson Mandingo teaches us that in order for a man to achieve superior happiness, he must drink the green tea made from the earwax of a wino. Once you do this, you purify the mind, the body, and the loins. My brothers need a purification from your nation. Tell me this, Mr. Whitlock, instead of every day looking at my brothers, laughing at them, has it never occurred to you that they come to you for nourishment? In my country, the young men, when they thirst, they sip upon the nipple of knowledge.
Ooh, we getting deep on
Has it ever occurred to you, with the 38 double Ds that you possess, that you could possibly feed the entire NBA as well as Giannis Antetokounmpo?
double D. Man, get this boy out of here.
You should think of more than thyself. Believe it or not, there are some things bigger than you.
Get him, Bishop. Get him, Bishop. Go long. Keep going. I ain't got no rating. You got the 38 double dum. Oh, man, what we got to do?
Offended by that.
Man.
But I'm going to let it go.
The whole association. Feed him. Feed him, Whitlock. Feed the association.
I'm going to get to my approval rating for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo.
We can't do it.
Sorry, 15 in job.
Right.
15 in job performance.
All
I have a 13 in all-time greatness. 21 in character, 19 in authenticity. I got him at a 68. He's not playing well. I had to knock him down job performance.
Yeah.
You know, he hasn't won the MVP yet, so I'm not going to his all-time greatness.
See, I just thought that was already in the bag because he's a global figure. They want to take the game across the borders, and he's going to win the MVP. It's a traveling trophy, so that's why I got him a little higher all-time status. Three-time All-Star as well. Could win Defensive Player of the Year as well. You imagine that?
Yeah, that would be amazing.
That's some Jordan stuff. All that said, 78, almost a GOAT, but recently we've seen the struggles hit the wall, literally the wall of Toronto. We'll see what happens.
All right, we've done the best we
Bishop.
can.
Come
Rachel
back to the
Panetta, lock it
motherland.
in.
Alamin poo-poo.